What
right.
up?
What is going down?
Nothing. How are you?
Good. Yourself?
Oh, living the dream, my friend. Living the
Oh,
dream.
I hear you.
It's sunny around here. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, got Florida weather, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I wish I was at the track today too. And
Sorry
I
you had to
I'm
sit
sit
here and talk to me. I mean, you could have
I
canceled.
I'm sitting here like, mind fucking myself, like overthinking things and shit like that.
Yeah,
You
good
know.
job.
Anyway, I got to stop doing that. So,
All right.
like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, hey, I just dialed in 2 cars last night. Maybe I should wholesale one of the setups just because they look a little too close to each other in case I get there and my cars are just dog shit. So, I don't know. Anyway,
I mean, they're gonna push if anything,
maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
because I mean that place is gonna have more grip than what you just ran on.
Yeah. If one of the car pushes, it will solve that car. And if the other car pushes, I can free it up. It's okay. So,
So I think you're good. You don't need to
all
do
right.
nothing.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your vote of confidence.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
mean, I'm all excited for this
yeah,
weekend, kind of too.
nice. I
Yeah,
like
new,
it.
new tires it spark some more
Bro, if
motivation.
I have a
Like,
feeling this is the
I'm ready to
tire
go fuck shit up in the
that,
name of Daniel Ricciardo.
like, do you have the part number? Like, but like this is the sweep tire, best tire. I don't know if you can see that. But
No, I don't know the power number.
yeah, maybe I'll look online real quick. But yeah, I think it's a good thing that you guys don't have to run that the fucking rocks that you guys were racing on, because
Right.
that's no good, bro. Like, clearly everyone was struggling with it. Um, even the guys who were like, well, we switched from last year to this year, and it sucks.
Yeah.
So, and last year wasn't good. Now this one's even worse.
So like this is the first time I've ever since returning that I've been on a good tire
Huh? Oh
ever.
wow,
Yeah.
really?
Like I've only run express tires.
Huh. I'm surprised you never just were like, fuck it. I'm just gonna put real tires on my car for a minute and see what happens.
Nope, never happened. So like I even think that those changed, right? So like we had some good stuff and then the Nats batch came and it was worse.
Uh-huh.
And then so we ran the Nationals on it and then we got these and then these were a little worse.
Hmm. All right. Yeah, so the tire that you guys are running are gonna be running. The part number is 3036917P, and they call that the 36D-D. So you got double D's on it.
Yeah, kid.
Yeah, double
There you go.
D's.
All
That's nice.
right. It's got a
Because
pink insert, doesn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't worry, you'll be seeing the pink sometime that weekend. Uh-huh. As the thing wears through and you fucking see the insert, and you're like, son of a bitch.
Be like,
Um,
hey, if I can keep running on a tire to wear it out, I'm good with that.
you'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
That'd be a successful, like,
Yeah,
foray.
for sure.
Yeah. I our tire that we have is slightly different. It's I got a picture of it. It's what they refer to as their EXXR3PX. And the part number starts with a
A lot of X's in there.
29. Yeah, dude, I don't know. So, yeah, it's super, like, all this stuff is mad confusing. I don't know what to tell you. But they got lots of variations,
Yeah.
So
And
they
that's
they
the
want to
Team
make sure
Power
they don't.
tower, right?
No, that's a sweep.
Oh, that's the
And
sweep
so,
too.
yeah, they want to make sure they don't sell you the Team Powers version of the sweep,
Mm,
or the Jayco version of the sweep, or
mm.
you know, the Gravity version of the sweep. They got to make sure they sell you the sweep version of the sweep.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. Oh, so we got 5 people on. People don't like asphalt, apparently.
Why?
Well, most people actually prefer carpet racing, I think.
That's crazy.
I don't know what to tell you.
No, you're right. Not a lot.
Well, actually, I think more people prefer off-road racing, and so I tried doing that this weekend.
How was that? I
Uh,
didn't really hear a lot out of you. The biggest thing I heard out of you was
there was
like,
no internet. That's why you
oh,
heard
okay,
nothing.
that's why there was nothing. Oh, I thought it was just because of your shit performance.
Oh, it was bad, but there was also no internet. Like
Okay.
I was in a T-Mobile dead zone. So like every 2 to
The
3
Obama phone
hours,
did not work.
yep, it was out. And unless you had Verizon, no one could hear you now.
Okay.
And which makes it kind of hard. Like, at that sort of place, you can't see you don't see your fucking heat sheets. Like they eventually made a heat sheet thing, and then you don't see your lap times because it's all online. Um, the best thing I did was eventually, in between, I think after my abortion of a second round, or maybe it was after the abortion of a first round. I don't remember which one. I went to some local podunk bar. I just started driving, and then I got cell service, and then I found some place that wasn't a chain, and I went there, and I sat at a bar next to this 90-year-old guy that didn't look a day past 70, and he was drinking whiskeys, and yeah, he was trying to tell funny jokes. It was pretty funny actually,
Okay.
but
Like, what kind of jokes?
he's just like he's talking about him picking up ladies, and like
Oh yeah.
if he went out with a 75-year-old, he'd be robbing the cradle, and things like that. 75 robbing the cradle. That's pretty good.
Huh.
So,
I
but
got a joke. You want to hear a joke?
oh god, yes.
What does a robot do after sex?
It uh suspends.
It nuts and bolts.
I think that's what it does. It does, and then it nuts, and then it bolts. It's not
Uh,
after sex. It's like,
well, no. Anyway.
yeah. All right, that's good. We have less people now on. All right.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's pretty good.
If they can't handle the quality entertainment, then fuck them.
No, they definitely cannot. And so ignoring some of the just epic failures that was me as of late with the off roads. I've also been to the asphalt track twice.
So hold on,
Um,
like let's talk about the off-roads.
okay.
So, um, how do the handout tires work? They work good?
I think they were great. They were
Yeah.
awesome. They didn't come unglued. It was one less thing for me to fuck with.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Okay.
Totally fine. Um,
So, how did you perform overall? Like, where'd you finish?
um,
Or did
almost
you
last.
almost
Well,
last?
so
Okay.
so let's
So
discuss
you
the.
beat
Hold
one
on.
person or a few
No.
people?
Hold on. Let's discuss the two classes. All right.
Because I mean, we got to talk about the A scale off road. It really fucking, that's the,
Yeah.
I
All right.
mean,
Let's
this
give.
is viewership.
This is life right here. All right.
Yeah, no one
So
gives a shit about on road.
let's discuss what went down. All right. So I Thursday night I drove out to the town that this was in. The town is called Yakima, and it's
Okay.
apparently where majority of the hops for beer
Yep.
are grown
Yep.
in the
I
states.
knew this.
All right. Okay, that's
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
They also
Yakima,
refer to
Washington,
them.
very popular.
I don't know about popular, but they also refer to themselves as the Palm Springs of Washington because it's
That's not good. They're racist there. I watched a
oh wow.
documentary about it.
What do you mean? Who's racist where?
Palm Springs.
What?
I just
What do you
told you about
mean?
it last week.
I wasn't paying attention to that. When you
I
tell me
know.
that?
So the documentary I watched called "Racist Trees," about these trees they
No,
built in yeah,
bro. No one heard about this.
I told you all about it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
This is lies. All right.
Okay.
Okay. To the 8 people watching, does
Yep.
anyone remember hearing this sumbitch talking about racist trees? Because
Yeah.
I don't. I would remember that.
Yeah. It's about Palm Springs, California, and how they put up these trees to divide the black neighborhoods from the white neighborhood, and the trees are still there. And even though Palm Springs consider themselves a very forward-thinking place this today, the trees still remain, and they're still separating people. So, yeah, the whole documentary about it, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Anyway,
Okay.
and it's
So
not like
Yakima's just like Palm Springs, huh?
yeah, I think it's from the weather perspective. Anyway,
How so? I thought it rains all the time.
not in Yakima, bro. You get over these mountains and it's dry as fuck.
Really?
Yeah, but it was more agricultural than Palm Springs is, because that's just a fucking desert
Desert.
wasteland.
Yeah.
And this place had grass and trees and shit,
Got it.
normal shit.
So maybe you guys, how far away is Yakima?
2.5 hours.
Is there like anything between that's a little still the same type of climate that's a little closer?
Now you spend about 50 miles away. There's if you go out on 90, this is all out on 90, and then
Yeah.
there's you have to head a little south of 90 to go to Yakima. But
Yeah.
you drive out on 90 and you basically go, let's say 100 miles.
Yeah.
Up to the first 40 miles, you're basically climbing up a hill.
Yeah.
And then you summit a big hill, which is usually snowed out, like closing all of 90.
Yeah.
And then you come back down.
Yeah.
And then you go up another little rise, and then you come back down, and then you hit somewhere, and then you head down to Yakima. But so yeah, there's not, dude. It's far away. Like,
because I was thinking if there's like you get an hour out or hour and 20 out,
it's not.
You could build you a nice little asphalt track that wouldn't rain.
Yeah, dude, I was already thinking all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I could do this. I could also get a building, blah blah blah. But the big problem is
yourself in the screen. By the way, you look.
The big problem is you cannot get there like in the wintertime. It just it's not a possibility.
It's not passable. There you go. Thank you.
It's like non-existent. Like when you have to go over elevations and they're still skiing at that elevation right now.
Right. Yeah.
No bueno.
Okay. So all right, you get out to Yakima.
Yeah, so I show up with one car working.
Yeah, and a goat. There was a goat.
Yeah, dude. Can I tell my fucking story?
Oh, all right, I got excited.
All right, I show up with one car working, which is the car I had run in California, and Mayako. That's like mostly built, but not built, because the e-buggy from Mayako has 0 instructions. And so I started building the nitro buggy, and then I basically was like, all right, well, I'm not going to have enough time. And then all you're doing is ripping open bags, trying to figure out where the fuck does this go? And I had no clue. So basically I had to look at some more cars. And then that night I finished the buggy.
Congrats.
Yeah. So anyway, on Friday, so I ran the nitro car a few times. It was okay. It was running, whatever. I did get hit by a fucking truggy while marshaling. That was great. Right in the fucking neck. Yeah. Can you see? Like, is there a big fucking welt? Literally, I got hit right here, bro.
You got fucking FJ'd.
There's a scab right here. Do you see where my finger is?
Yeah.
There's a scab right there. Do you see it?
Not really. But
yeah. Can I zoom in?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I get hit in the fucking neck. Jesus Christ. And you know what? This is how this happened. All right.
You need to keep your head on a swivel, kid.
I did. And I saw it coming. I was like, oh, I'm fucked. All right. Because I was unfortunately the only Hold on, bro. I was the only motherfucker out there marshaling. Where were all the other people? All right, after practice.
This isn't their fault.
Okay. Anyway, so then I'm crossing a triple section, and leading into the triple is this they called it the pit corner. And so basically a car comes out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh, I'm fucked. And so basically I just crouch down, and it fucking goes right in my neck. Bro. I could be paralyzed.
You could have, yeah. I mean,
I could be paralyzed. I could have had the fucking night's lock. Like I had no vision loss, no real issue. You
yeah.
know, there was no fucking blood going everywhere. So, you know, it was basically I got a scratch and I fucking took some Tylenol and an Advil and I was fine. But yeah, so that happened.
Fucking a truggy to the neck. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
truggy to the neck. Anyway, so that happened. That was
I'm
fucking
sorry, I'm
awesome.
laughing, but I
You
mean,
can
it would
laugh, bro. It's funny because I'm not dead. You
Yeah,
know?
is there any video of this? I mean,
No,
I want to like, oh my
no.
god, like they
I
didn't
love
have
how
a
you're
track
like,
camera.
yeah. I love how you're like, is there any video of this?
Well,
That's great.
motherfucker, we need these YouTube shorts. I mean, that'd be fucking great. You taking a truggy to the neck. I mean, that's fucking 20,000 views right there.
You would hope 500,000 anyway, but
I mean, yeah, if we would have gotten into your nuts, it would have probably been 2.
so so that happened. All right. So, you know, but anyway, the nitro car was running strong as I left. All right. And
It's circulating strong.
yeah, whatever. All
Okay.
right. Suck a dick. So morning comes around, track opens at 7, and I got this buggy together. I went to sleep at 2 a.m. So I get up, I get down there, blah blah blah. First I didn't set my ESC to run in the right direction, so the car went in reverse. And then I finally get it going in the right direction, and I'm like, man, this fucking thing's driving like shit. And I realized I only have 3-wheel drive. I was missing one of my front drive shafts. Like it was like out of the holder. Anyway, this is what happens when you finish a car too. I didn't have the right pinion. Like I didn't have a pinion that was small enough to mesh in with the gear mesh. So I had to go buy a pinion that morning. So I never got to run the car like slowly anywhere. But yeah, finally get around the track, blah, blah, blah. All right. So I'm in race 1 now, spec e-buggy, or maybe race 1, race 2, whatever it is. No, it was race 1. So I'm cruising around in the warm-up before the race starts.
So how many people are in Specky Buggy?
30, let's say.
Okay. Right.
There's like 3 heats. So let's say 30. Okay. So cruising around, and I land a jump, and all of a sudden the altitude of my car goes like this. And it's driving around.
Yeah.
And the fucking shock, the eyelet on the shock broke.
That sucks.
And so the spring goes flying, the perch goes flying.
Yeah.
And I don't think I even got any laps. Like
Right.
I think it was that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I broke in warm up. And then in nitro, I'm going around, blah blah blah. I didn't get any laps either. My clutch basically blew apart. The clutch bearing disintegrated. The screw that was holding the clutch onto the motor, gone. And yeah, so that was a good round.
2 DNFs and a truggy to the neck.
Oh no, that was the other day. But yeah. So, but Saturday, round 1, like goose eggs, nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
like, is he even here?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, did he even show up?
Yeah.
So then round 2, I'm in the low sort of buggy again, and I put a run in, all right, and I don't brake. It's not a great run, but I put 5 minutes in. Okay. So then,
what kind of lap times are we looking at here?
I did like a 23.5, I think, was my hot lap.
So you're doing like 13 seconds, 14-second laps?
23.5.
Oh, that's the not. Oh, okay. Got it.
That's the lap time.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd give me like 23 laps and 5, whatever.
No.
23
right. Seconds. Yeah. And so like the super fast guys, they're maybe doing like a 21 something, depending upon what the grip is.
Right.
So then in nitro, here's the other conclusion I've come to. Pretty much you don't want to go nitro racing unless you got some sort of ride or die pitman. Because
Yeah, that's pretty much, that's like,
yeah.
everyone knows that.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. So the goodwill of people around you, it only goes so far.
So far,
and,
yeah.
That's all it comes down to. It only goes so far.
Especially when you suck too, because they don't want to fucking do it for some shit show. No offense.
Anyway,
I'm just
so
saying.
then, so basically, the car is running and then it's not running, and blah blah blah. I missed my start, and the end result of why was effectively my starter battery was at like 3.7 per cell, and it just wasn't enough to pump over the fucking starter box correctly. So that was round 2. That's when I went to the bar. It was after that one.
Hopefully you went to the bar with your charger, charging your charger box, your starter box.
Yeah. The cars were like reassembled, and like, getting fixed, all right, or
Okay.
whatever. I think I was done working on it, or no, actually, you know what? I take that back. I was like, no, fuck this, I'm out. That's what I did. Fuck this, I'm out. And
Sounds about right.
Because then I had internet and I could look. Okay, well, they're on this round or on some other round, and I could figure out what's happening. So I get back, and I'm running round 3, and guess what happens again in my e-buggy?
Shock collar thing.
The shock eyelet fucking snaps again.
Yeah. Sounds like you need to get an upgrade on that.
Well, yeah. So ultimately, what a lot of people are running is they have a longer shock shaft, and they also have a longer eyelet. So I put the longer eyelet on because that's all I had to get a little more length.
Yeah.
But I probably need the longer shock shaft too in the front of the car.
Okay.
And then in nitro, I ran the whole round.
Ooh.
So yeah, so I got in qualifying, I got 1 run in on both cars.
Out of 6 qualifiers.
Yeah, and they were doing qual points, best 2 out of 3. So how do you think I did?
Stellar as always.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And then the final TKO for the nitro car.
TKO.
Yeah, TKO.
Oh,
So
shit.
That night they ran what was referred to as a junior main, and they also ran a senior main, so 40 plus.
Okay.
And so I was in the 40 plus A main. There was no qualifiers run. Yeah, no, but there was no qualifiers run for this. They just were like, hey, you're an old fuck, and give us $10 and you can run another race.
Okay.
So and so I was running that, and I didn't even get to the fuel stop. I got to maybe like 4 minutes in.
Yeah.
And the clutch bell and the center diff pulley, or center diff gear, were basically just going like this. They weren't going like this anymore.
Yeah.
So the center thing
gear went out.
needs a little work. So
okay.
And so that basically ended that car because I didn't have that part.
So you couldn't run the next day main?
No, that's fine. I was able to just pack up and go home then. But see, I had all that disappointment. And what did I do, Mangler? I was 2.5 hours from driving home Saturday night. What did I do?
You finished my buggy.
Did I drive home Saturday, or did I run my C main on Sunday?
You drove home.
Bullshit. I ran my C main on Sunday because that's what fucking racers do, not bitches who drive home.
I was done.
Okay.
I was done. I didn't have any more races.
All right. Anyway, so so then I was in the first race of the day.
So why didn't you build the Mayako 8-scale nitro buggy?
Bro, you know how long that fucking take?
I don't know. You said you already started.
No, but I started and then I pivoted, and I started using those parts to make the e-buggy
Oh, okay.
because it's all the
Well,
same shit.
But
You
I mean,
just
you
bolt.
sound like you had plenty of time. You had at least 12 hours. I was hoping that's what you did.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I didn't do that.
All right.
So then I'm running e-buggy. I'm in the
Okay.
C main. The first 2 cars bump.
Yeah.
Guess where I finish?
Third.
Correct. Third.
Good job, kid. You were almost there.
Now, here's the sad part. This was a 10-minute main.
Yeah.
All right. Previously, I've only done
5 minutes.
5 minutes on the clock fully.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2-3 minutes, and
Yeah.
then like 1 or 2 other practice runs over 2-3 minutes. All right.
Okay.
So my hot lap was at least 2 to 5 tenths quicker than the guys that won.
Okay.
And if you look at all the other statistics, other than like average of all the things,
Yeah.
I was faster. So what did I do?
So,
I just
like you're 5.
I failed. Hi, I failed.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well.
yeah.
I mean, we all kind of knew that.
Oh
It
shit,
wasn't.
that's not right.
Well, it wasn't like you were going to go out there and just fucking lay it down and win everything.
Oh, I didn't think that was going to happen either. But I didn't think I would fail that fucking hard. Anyway, so yeah. Remember when you and G went to the beach? Says
Hey,
Dave.
that was G's idea, not mine. Again, let the record be straight.
Uh-huh.
It was
Yeah.
his idea.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. So but here's some benefits of failing. Okay? Racing started on Sunday at 9. My car hold on. My car was packed by 9:45. I was home by like 10. I'm sorry, not 10, by 12, 12:15, 12:30.
Yeah.
Had a lovely lunch,
Yeah.
lovely dinner,
Yeah.
a bunch of sex, and then that was it for the day. It was pretty good.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, I could have continued getting fucked at the track. I went home and got fucked instead.
Yay for you.
Yeah.
Good job, kid.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad to see you got off. I mean, that's.
Oh wow. Anyway, so the last few days, what I've been doing, ever since Monday, I've been focusing on car numero 2.
Yeah.
And so I the very first thing I tried to tackle on Monday was, how do you build the shock? And I was like, fuck, I don't know. I don't remember. And so I took all the video footage that I'd prepared a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we released a damper build video.
Yeah. On Track Rats.
On Track Rats. Here we go.
You needed some backing music. Was there any? There was no music.
We could add music.
Yeah, you need to add some music to that.
Okay, we can add music.
It's a little boring with just the fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we can add music.
Yeah.
But
like, like a little techno thing, like like they do, like the YouTube, the professional YouTubers do.
Okay. Well, yeah. All right. So I'll recut it and add some music just for you, big fella. All right.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And
how many views has it got?
Good question. I don't know. Please hold. Let's go look at the stats.
Huh? I was supposed to put a poll up today, but I was extremely busy at work.
So we have new subscribers since it went up.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. It has 187 views.
Okay.
And let's go look at this. It's been watched for 12.5 hours.
Okay.
And it gained 1 new subscriber.
Oh, nice.
And I also received 1 email from a lovely man out of Cleveland, Ohio, Robert Shookman, who said, "Thanks for the video. Really helpful."
Well, good.
Yeah. So, making people happy.
Yeah. Oh, Robert.
Yeah. And but conversely, this is the thing that's mind-blowing, is also uploaded a short.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Yeah, and so this 14 seconds of this is like the
Nothingness.
the last jump before you go through like a sweeper onto the straightaway.
Yeah.
This had here I gotta stop that. This had I didn't stop it on my end. Quit it. All right, this had 1.2 thousand views.
1,200 views.
Added 3 subscribers,
Yeah.
and let's see, the amount of hours viewed was 3.8 hours.
So we
So
need to more 8 scale content.
I think it's just more shorts. Shorts bring in the subscribers.
Yeah.
And I think that helps build the
Yeah.
base.
Yeah. I
So
mean, and likes, it puts it in the algorithm and all that stuff.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it will distract people now, but like I could upload more little gems from the event. I've been busy. So
Yeah.
um
Yeah. You've been building a new car.
been busy building a new car, running the new car,
Yeah.
mind fucking things, stuff like that.
So
So
yesterday you went and tested with your new loop and
yeah,
scoring system, and
yeah, we were doing it, man.
so
So
why I got a question. Why did you guys change layouts?
it wasn't really my decision.
Okay.
Sometimes when there's people helping,
Yeah.
like they're like, hey,
You're at their mercy.
I'll blow off the track. Okay, cool. Hey, I want to do this layout. Okay, that's cool. Whatever.
All
So
right.
that's why we changed layouts.
Because it kind of
Um,
like from your last numbers that you had there, you lost all that.
yeah, I get it. But I actually think this layout, parts of it are very interesting, especially if you look at the Bakersfield layout
Yeah.
that we're going to be running. So basically, there was a lot of like Bakersfield is going to be a lot of 180s and just fucking laying the power down, if
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean. And so if you look at the practice times, there's a fair amount of practice run, and um, the fastest times that I put in was the kind of like when I was done. I basically I was tired of running by 7, and I
Why were you so tired of running?
bro, I'd fucking been humping and jumping, man, just trying to get shit done. Um, so this was a car with some Team Powers tires on it. Uh, these weren't freshies; they were one run. I already ran them once with stock,
Mm.
and I tried. I finally did a 1 with them, and then I tried just letting them cool off to see could I go faster again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did I overheat the tire or something? And I didn't really overheat it, but
Mm.
um, grip was okay.
What kind of temperatures were you guys looking at?
Oh, it was cold out. Like
Oh,
the sun was starting to go down, and so like the track was super cold. I didn't have a temp gun with me,
all right.
so
What was the air temperature? 60?
uh, at high it might have been 65, and it wasn't 65 anymore.
Okay.
So like the sun was already setting at that
Got
time,
it. All right.
and so it just kept on getting progressively colder. Um,
What happened?
the prior to that, I'd run the car with the contact tires on it,
Mm-hmm.
and dropped like a slow 3. But all in all, like they were pretty quick times relatively, and pretty consistent. I was mostly playing with just the overall feel of the car, and then one of the fun parts was initially, if you look initially, the first time I went out there, I on old tires, which then corded themselves, like the front, you could see the insert.
Yeah.
I only did a 15.5, but mind you, these were the first 2 cars on the track at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And then I threw down my super stock car, and it was a handful, but it did a 15.4. So clearly there was like some opportunity to go faster, and So I dialed it in a little more, and then over here, unfortunately, I tripped the loop early, so that's
Yeah.
not a real time. So I think this was only a 14.9. Because eventually you're just like, I give up. This isn't good, or I want to try something different.
Yeah.
And we had a few other people there running, which was good.
Nice.
And I ran some super stock again, and then
What was one of
again.
the things that you did that really you felt helped?
Yeah, so I would say the big things that I did, um, like on the stock car, what I was mostly playing with was actually just the toe link, which you can't really see here. So this toe link here and the caster amount.
Yeah.
Um, so I built this car like basically as kit as you can get. All right.
Okay.
There's a few parts that are different. Like I have the O-rings on the car, and I have the light screws on the top deck, and then I have a one-piece top deck, so that's the third option part. And then the fourth option part I have the 25% PSS inserts.
Hmm.
Um, and I built this with Type 2 on the front dampener, but I
Yeah.
never really played much with the setting. I just set it at B equals 0, and I left it. So I started by like trying some different motor mount screws. I started with the front 3 in, and then I went to the rear 3 in. The rear 3 in felt much better on the exits of like the hard power like
Hmm.
carousels, so I left that. And then I started playing with my rear caster amount. Um, I was at 0 initially, and then I went to 2, and then I went to 4, and I changed my shim amount here
Yep.
accordingly.
Yeah.
But I eventually ended up on just being -4 with 1 mil
Yep.
on these kit pieces. So then I took my
Is those the R pieces?
the R pieces.
Okay.
So I had taken that and I transitioned over to the mod car, and I put the same setup on the mod car back
Okay.
here. But the mod car is still different for a few things. One of the big things, and I put a picture of this in the setup sheet. Um, you see these big silver things?
Yeah.
So these were made by a fine racer here in the Pacific Northwest,
Yeah.
and so I have my um, this hole here is basically the same distance to what would be the back hole on the top deck here,
Yeah.
which is what we were doing on the MMX cars.
Right.
And so I ran the longer link config in mod, mostly just because grip was like still kind of low,
Right.
and I was struggling to like just lay traction down.
Okay.
So I said, well, I wanted to try taking them off, but I was like, it's probably not the right thing to do, just how the environment was. And again, I did the other things. I did the motor mount screws. It felt the same, better. So I continued with that. Um, I put the rear link the same way. So I'm running the R pieces with 1 mil and -4. And I tried other things like some top decks, and but like this seemed the fastest of the combos that were out there. Um, one of
Did you
the
you didn't run short links on the mod car?
No, I never went there.
No.
I didn't think I had enough grip.
Okay.
Because I did most of my running on the contact tire. Um, I threw Team Power's tires onto the stock car, and then I ran a 2-run pack or a 1-run set
Run.
of sweep tires on
Yeah.
the stock car,
Yeah.
and then I ran those tires on the mod car just because like it was starting to get colder and the track was changing,
Hmm.
and I was like, I got to try these other tires quick just so I can feel like what they do and what they don't do.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, ultimately, um, for me and with modified in particular, like the biggest thing for mod and me, it's very similar to the Max Mockler post that he, or I'm sorry, Max Meschler post that he put out today. where it talks about like, how to make mod more drivable.
Yeah.
And so, like for me, the goal is not to have the fastest car, like physically, but to
Yeah.
have a car that I can drive consistently.
Right.
And so what I'm end up doing is I'm making the car drive much like a stock motor, where the
Mhm.
bottom end isn't that crazy,
Yep.
and then I just use turbo to kind of make up the rest of it.
Right.
So I've been running a 5.0 motor, and I'm running the Corsa-Tech Speedo.
No fan.
No fan. There's no fan in the mod car at all.
Oh wow.
And I was
That's
doing this on
aggressive.
I was doing this on purpose
Okay.
because I wanted to see, could I generate a failure?
Right.
And so I have thermal protection on in the Speedo. If it hits 130 Celsius, it will turn off.
Okay.
I think it's 130 Celsius. Maybe it's Fahrenheit. I don't know. But so thermal protection's on there. It's not on for the motor. And I think that, I never had a thermal event. You can see the amount of times that I'm running. I'm running like 8 minutes at times
Yeah.
in mod. So clearly that's not the problem. And the fun part is with this Speedo, it has a Bluetooth module in it.
Mhm.
So there's an app coming for Android users, but that's not out yet. So I'm sitting there at the side of the driver's stand with an iPad, and all I do is I drive the car up to the driver's stand. I bust out the iPad. I connect to Bluetooth. I load the settings. I change a value, and I drive more laps. And so I spent a lot of time doing this last Wednesday. I spent a ton of time on that. And
Yeah.
so I kind of learned what I did and didn't like,
Mhm.
and what I thought was good and what I thought was bad. And the grip overall was lower this week, mostly probably because we were running a different line. At
Right.
least the left side, I'm sorry, the driver's right was different. The driver's left was the same.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, so I backed down the overall timing in the Speedo, and I backed down the turbo. I did the timing first, and then I did the turbo second. And on the timing from the Speedo, I went from 10 degrees to 1 degree,
Right.
and I went from 30 degrees of turbo to 20 degrees of turbo.
Okay.
And with all the same sort of like ramp and decline
Yeah.
values that I had previously. And the decrease in like the turbo, all that's really making it do is not blow the end of straightaways. And then the decrease in the timing, I'm now not spinning wheels, because you can, when it's nice and quiet and you're all on the track by yourself, you can hear yourself spinning wheels. Which is often hard to do when there's like a bunch of cars out there and you're
Yeah.
just distracted with other shit. But
Mhm.
when it's nice and quiet, you can hear everything, which is kind of cool. And so yeah, I think I understand this package now, and I'm just waiting to see. Um,
What motor is that? Is that Macklin?
it's a Macklin 5.0,
Okay.
and the Corsa-Tech guys, um, they now have a 5.0 in the motor line. They have a 4.5, a 5.5, and like then I think they go 6.5, 7.5, 8.5,
Have you got any of those?
and they have a 3.5. They're not here yet.
Okay.
They're all kind of pending. Should be headed out soon.
Nice.
And the first Corsa-Tech delivery of the year showed up on Friday, and so that has like the nitro motor and a bunch of other shit that wasn't around, including like the charger and all this other stuff that they have.
Oh, okay.
So all that stuff will get its time soon. And but yeah, I'm gonna roll into Bakersfield with this package, and then over here I had gotten a motor from Nick
Okay.
Bell Racing,
Yeah.
and
He does all my stock motors. They're good stuff.
yeah, and so I got one from him, and I also have I have my good my good Trinity motors from last Asphalt Nats, and I'll bring those too, and we'll see which one's the way to go.
Okay.
At least I know how to gear the Trinity motor at Valkyrie. I don't, and I've run it at Bakersfield too, and I think I ran the same exact gearing. So
Right.
I'll play with this for a little bit. If it doesn't work, we'll drop in the Trinity motor and go from there.
All right.
So
So when do you leave for Bakersfield?
tomorrow night, baby,
Tomorrow
7
night?
p.m.
Oh, you
Yep.
driving all night? It was only like 4 or 5 hours, right?
No, that's mega far. I could never make it to Bakersfield. I'm flying into Fresno, and
Oh,
then I have to grab an Uber down to Bakersfield, and Fresno to Bakersfield is an hour and a half.
okay.
So
How long does it take to drive there?
fucking forever, dude.
No, it can't be that long.
Dude, for fucking ever.
Like 8 hours.
No,
Like
like
12?
15, 16 hours.
Oh, come on, man. It's like
Yes.
20. It's like 24 to Santa Fe.
All right. Maps.google Bakersfield. Bakersfield's not that big, so it's not like I'll blow past it. Directions. Seattle. Driving.
I think it's probably like 10 hours.
You already said a bunch of, what is it, 5 hours? What is it? Blah, blah, blah. Dude, 16 hours, 41 minutes, otherwise known as 1,029 miles. No.
So at 100 miles an hour, that's like 10 hours.
Yep. Yep. And at 400 miles an hour, it's like 2 hours, and you'll be there in 2 hours in an airplane.
Okay.
So
So you're flying into Fresno. All right, fair enough.
yeah.
Okay. And then you're Ubering down.
Ubering down. Yep.
Okay. What does that gotta cost?
It says like $80 right now.
To Uber for an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Man, that
Pretty
guy's
good.
hopefully someone will say yes.
You hope so. I think it'll be all right. I'm not sweating it.
All right.
So, like, dude, I think I Ubered to Valkyrie. Yeah, I Ubered to Valkyrie from Orlando one of the times. You know, like Uber's the new car rental service, bro. It's fine.
Okay. I mean, you could
And
probably
then,
rent a car for $80.
yeah, but then you got to deal with like the car rental. I don't think you can rent a car for $80 outside of Orlando, Florida, bro.
Really?
It's not possible. No.
All right.
Everywhere else, they're just like
Yeah, breaking it
ramming
off.
it. Yeah, they're ramming it in you, bro.
Maybe
You
do
know.
that Toro. Maybe do a Toro.
I know. No, I'm good. I'm gonna do this, and then it's good to have friends. Mark Dawson's gonna drive me around when we get there,
Oh,
and
okay.
we're
All
done.
right. All right.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Well, why don't he just pick you up in Fresno?
Come on, bro. It's fucking an hour and a half. Why you gotta bust people's balls? That's not right.
Well, you know.
I land at like fucking 9:40. No one wants that. So the
All
worst
right.
part is I think I'm gonna have to rebuild my shocks when I land.
Why?
Apparently they blow oil out of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this. So speaking, that's kind of glad I brought it up. I still like my rear dampeners. I've run twice now, I guess, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I was playing with it, and I'm like, I could kind of hear maybe a little bit of a something, and I'm like, oh, I want to see what it is to like rebuild one of these. So I pull the screws off, and I look at the oil, and the oil looks clear. It looks clean. I'm like,
So
all
you just
right,
put a
cool.
little more in?
I just put a little bit more in, pump her up, put the cap back on.
Bam.
Bro, it is fucking beautiful.
Mhm.
Like, it is so nice to just be able to like, Oh, a couple more drops of oil. Bam, done. Clean her up.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, I mean, like 10 minutes. It's like, it was awesome.
The hardest part is taking them out of the car.
That's so easy, dude.
I know, but I'm just saying that's the hardest part. It's getting the little shock rod off the fucking thing. That's the hardest part.
Oh, that's easy now too. You can just, now with that bearings there, you can just dink.
Yeah. I don't know if we figured out how fucking bananas we can go on that little bearing.
Well, I can tell you can go pretty bananas.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling that that's the real answer. I just don't know if we've all like experienced how
Yeah.
liberal you can get with it yet.
You can get pretty
So
liberal.
yeah.
So,
Um,
but yeah, no, yeah, refilling the dampers is pretty nice. So,
mhm.
I'm good with that. But so you said you got in? Did you get into Pro? You got into Pro 10?
Yeah, now I got to deal with that fucking shit show too.
Yes. I want to see fucking work done, kid.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a lot of work done on that one, but we'll find out. Right now, dude, its ride height is fucking 2 to 3 millimeters. That needs to get fixed. All right.
So when are you gonna cut tires?
I don't know. I have some tires I cut, and then I'm gonna bring like 2 or 3 of uncuts
Yeah.
and just go down there. Yeah.
You gonna borrow somebody's tire? Sure, hopefully.
Maybe. Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
see. Dude,
Go find Larry Ruby. He's a nice guy. He'll probably help you out.
the reality is, who knows? I might be like all in on just that class. I'll come back and I'll be like, I'm just talking about Pro 10 from now on.
That's awesome. Well,
I hope
good.
I
I'm
don't.
glad you got in.
Yeah, I hope I don't become the new Pro 10 Funster. I could,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, hey, I've seriously contemplated just becoming a funster. Like,
contemplated. You run
yeah,
mod touring.
I understand that. It's the biggest class right now at Pave Nats.
Is it? That's what,
Yes.
because there's 10 people?
No, there's like 13, 14. So, hey, eat a dick.
Yeah, I don't know well, I do know what's going on. Most everyone didn't want to run on those fucking tires. I
Well, now
think
they have
that's
no
what's,
excuse.
people will make new excuses. Don't worry.
Huh.
You know, so
Huh?
some idiots will be like, I'm going to the Indy 500. Yeah,
Hey, I get it.
it could happen.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I lived it.
So
Go,
anyway,
make sure you go to the museum. It's fun.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I literally I have I'll probably not pull this off correctly. We'll see. I imagine it'll be fine. But who knows what it's like getting in and out of the place. Like, and I have a work trip that's gonna maybe like screw things up. I gotta go
Well,
to
I can tell.
Boston earlier in that week,
Oh,
and
jeez.
yeah, it's not gonna be good.
So, getting in and out is not that hard.
Okay.
I mean, they've been doing it for fucking over 100 years. Like, they
Yeah.
know how to, they got a system.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, getting in and out isn't that bad. Um, it's easy to get around. Indianapolis is a fucking circle. It's a grid. I mean, no, seriously. I mean, they call it the Circle City. I mean,
Hmm.
everything's on a. I mean, it's you can't get lost. It's so fucking easy.
Okay.
So it's not it's not hard to get around. Sucks you have to go to Boston, but hey,
Yeah. So
fucking Boston.
yeah, go busy park my car.
Yeah.
Um,
What are you doing? You're taking away from
stuff
the
things.
podcast.
I'm not. You're fine. Um,
Stuff things. You're fine.
anyway,
Um. So yeah, well, good. And then
I'm
this
sweat.
weekend I'm going down. I leave Friday morning and I head over to Coral Springs and I meet up with X and Sam and
Yep.
we're gonna have a whole fun-filled weekend of
Running tires you've never run before.
yeah, exactly. What could go wrong?
Well, it will be better than running on those fucking rocks.
Well, yeah. I say what could go wrong. I mean, they're still not here yet, so
Oh, the tires aren't.
uh, no.
Oh, okay.
So We'll see.
Yeah. I don't even have that tire to like be like, hey, I can send you some. I don't have any. Couldn't help
No.
you.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. What could go wrong? You know? Worst case, you have any of those expresses you can circulate with?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I got plenty of those to circulate with.
Yeah.
But
The interesting thing, like I think you can still learn something by running any tire on the car. That's
yeah.
like my opinion. It's just that what I can tell you is that when you go from a harder tire to some of these softer tires, like the softer tire, you can do a lot of other dumb shit with.
Uh-huh.
And I think the one thing you'll probably have to be on the lookout for is you'll want to run way less camber on the soft tire.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, because I think you're gonna fucking dude. These where's the stock car? These tires. That's not the stock car. These tires have a fucking. You can see the insert. You may not be able to see it here. You can kind of get a faint view of insert.
Okay.
I have inserts at all. You can see them at all four corners of the car.
These are the sweeps.
These are the sweeps.
And you got two
Second,
runs on them?
second run.
Nice.
One was I ran them mod last week,
Okay.
and then I ran them in stock. And I probably after mod, you probably saw all the fucking inserts on it. Like
So you
these
got two
tires
runs.
well, they didn't rip or anything. You could run them again.
Oh.
All right. But what I'm trying to say is if you have the
How
wrong
much
setup,
fall off?
I couldn't tell you. 2 different days.
Oh.
But if you have the wrong setup, you will fucking destroy these bitches quick. I can guarantee you that. All right.
I'm just looking forward to having like all the stupid grip in the world and just
Yeah.
be like,
Dude,
hold my beer, watch this.
this set of tires is what I went to the mod car with, and I added my timing. I added more boost because you could do dumb shit,
Right.
and it just took it.
Right.
All right. And you have a slipperier conditions, less tire, whatever it is, you can't do dumb shit anymore.
Nope.
So
But just hanging on.
yeah. But what I will say, and I confirm this, and I'm kind of kicking myself because at Carpet Nats I didn't do this. Is I went back and forth last Wednesday and I tested running the Speedo with 1 degree of timing in it and running the Speedo with no degrees of timing in it, aka Blinky.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, not that the
Blinky's horrible.
Speedo has Blinky software, quote unquote, but the equivalent of Blinky, it doesn't blink. They haven't tried to do that. It is aggressive as a motherfucker in Blinky.
Yeah.
And so basically I have the biggest RPM window you can create, and I have a small ramp rate, and I have only 1 degree, and it's fucking all you could ever want. You hear the fucking thing wind out. It's very nice.
Yeah.
It's easy to drive. So, but anyway, yeah, Blinky. Fuck Blinky. Blinky's terrible. Blinky and mod is terrible. So
Yeah.
everyone who's on these forums, they're all fucking keyboard heroes. They've never run mod ever, or they ran mod in 1992 with the brush motor. Yeah, it ain't
And
happening.
they're Novak Cyclone. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
junk. But anyway.
That was my Speedo back in the day, man. I love that thing.
Oh yeah, a Novak Cyclone.
Yeah. That was my favorite Speedo. I
Yeah.
think of all the Speedos.
All right. I had an old G10 or a G11 Tekin in the box of stuff that I found when I came back.
Yeah.
I had a Novak Edge, I think, which was like this, or an Atom that was like
Yeah,
really
the Atom
fucking
was
small.
smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, the Atom was a smaller version of the Cyclone. But
so.
no, Cyclone's kid, man. I had them things. Yeah, I love that Speedo. But a lot of people like the LRP stuff, but it just blew up. Like they just failed.
Hmm.
It's like if you had an LRP and you got past like the first 2 weekends of racing,
Yeah.
then you were good. But otherwise, it was gonna blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we're talking about shit that don't matter.
Yeah. Well, back in the day, that's what it, used to matter.
Yeah.
Things like that. So.
So yeah, no, yeah. So I'm busy thrashing my butt off, trying to get everything ready, and so I can
Mhm.
get packed up tomorrow and
Yeah. Me
get
too.
out of town. Well, you have 2 cars built.
Yeah. I get 2 cars built. I need to go spray a bunch of bodies.
What do you got there?
Just bodies.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
they're Lexan.
You got that you got that 02?
No, it didn't show up yet.
Oh man.
So. I've been running the 0, and so far I've only run a 0, and I've run an OG Twister,
Okay.
and those are the only 2 bodies I've run.
Okay.
And I just mounted, although I didn't drill the depth on it yet because I'm not sure what to do. I also mounted a Red Hawk,
Okay.
and I hear good things. So
I mean, I
it
think it'd
has
be
like,
okay for stock.
yeah, it might even be okay for mod. So we'll see. What I'm likely to do is I'm likely the first pack I'm going to do is roll out with some 0s
Mm-hmm.
because I know what they do, and then we'll try some other things.
So what do 0s do?
They have really good rear traction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think they turn?
I think the thing that they don't feel super like chicane agile,
Okay.
but I don't really have any chicanes at the
No.
Bakersfield thing.
It's all point shoot.
There's a little chicane like thing at SeaTac on the left
Mm-hmm.
hand side, and it's a little slower. So, what's that?
Goat.
Oh, you got a goat already.
Yeah, I got one painted. It's over in the other room.
Yeah. Could you
Yeah.
do me a favor? Could you leave all that stuff at home and just bring one body?
Fuck no.
You can bring any body. Just bring
Just
one.
do
You can
one.
bring 10 of one. That's it.
You're
Dude,
funny.
literally, I've spent majority of my time running one type of tire and one body. And then I'll try another tire, I'll try another body. And that's it. Cuz otherwise,
Well,
dude,
see, I
too
don't.
many
Have, I just.
variables.
I just have tires. I'm good. Tires locked in, so don't have to worry about that. So and that gives me more room to try bodies.
Okay. You know the car has a suspension, right? Have you heard of that?
No, no clue.
No,
It's all
I agree.
aerodynamics, kid. I
I
watch a
agree.
lot of F1.
No clue. I agree.
I watch a lot of F1. All they talk about is aero. Fucking I'm bringing upgrades, kid. Bringing upgrades, kid.
Yo, where's your rear diffuser?
I
We
got
know
it.
you had one.
I know. I did. It
Yeah.
worked too.
Okay, well, why is it still not on the car?
I don't know. I gotta see if I can put it on this car.
Mhm.
It works. I want to know about that one guy.
Oh, with the fucking 3D shit on the side?
The whole tunnels and shit.
Mm-hmm. That looks dialed as fuck.
Oh yeah, it does. I want to know where that's at.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking.
Yeah, I don't have a good way to show that to anyone electronically.
That's all right.
Um,
I don't know
but
if he
yeah,
wants people to show,
yeah,
but
but
yeah, that was legit.
yeah, I think that could be a thing. It
It's
certainly
just
would be
weight.
interesting.
The weight is just where it's
Yeah,
like that. That's where it would fuck you. Is just the weight.
maybe. It's hard to say.
I mean, back when we ran velodromes and stuff, I mean, we did a lot of that where we would
Mhm.
Lexan the sides and
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I'm being real.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
So cute.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but yeah, we would Lexan the sides and kind of you'd make it to where like the body was literally velcroed to the car,
Yeah.
so there was no flapping and stuff. And we try to get a little bit into the ground effects thing. I remember some guys that work for Aerodyne, carbon fiber. They made like this whole thing, and like I just don't think we were ever really going. I mean, we were going
Fast. You
fast
weren't going
enough.
fast enough.
We were going fast enough, but we weren't going fast enough. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
so like anything over what I think like 15 or 20 miles an hour, aerodynamics plays a huge part in. And so we were going faster than that, but we weren't like going to the point that like that stuff was really making a difference on
Yeah.
what we were doing.
It was just weight.
Yeah.
It
And
was
so
it was just weight in a certain spot, which was either good or bad.
yeah,
And it's not like it's going to start sucking the car to the fucking floor.
right.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
Yeah. That would
uh
be cool. I would love to see that happen. Like
yeah.
imagine you could take your car, drive it on like the ceiling. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty dialed, but
Yeah.
I think it would take a lot of work to make that happen.
So speaking of upgrades, did you watch the F1 race?
Um, yeah, yeah. What do you think about the upgrade of the program to have the sprint race?
Yeah, I liked the sprint race. That was a lot of
Yeah,
fun. Um, it really made so like you tuned in Friday morning and you watch practice and you're like, I mean, these guys, this is all they got. And then Friday afternoon, we're going to qualifying, and that
yeah.
that's got its own
Some
level of
some people had FJ mornings there, and their shit was garbage.
yeah, for sure. And so then like, oh, we got qualifying. There we go. So here, all right, now we know the grid. And then you had Saturday morning, Saturday morning. It was like we had qualifying again, and
But the whole fact of like you saw what happened to Leclerc in the sprint race, and then he couldn't do anything. The cars are in parc fermé. You can't change the car.
yeah, I
So
mean front
you're
wing, and
gonna
that's it.
get you're gonna get banged out again in qualifying. You're gonna get banged out again in the main. Like
Yeah,
it's that part is I think bad. Like they need to have a way where they can keep changing at
yeah,
least like dampeners, springs, like something.
yeah.
Maybe
I
you
don't.
can't bolt new shit on the car, but you need to be able to do something.
What's going on?
And
Why are you distracted?
he he's hungry. Come here, buddy. Little guy wants his dinner.
Uh,
It's dinner time. What do you
so, but
think? You
yeah, the fact that you couldn't make major suspension adjustments or whatever. I mean, that was I think a little whatever. Not great.
Mhm.
However, it was still. I don't know. I felt like everything was action, right? And I like that part of it. Now the actual race on Sunday, I think that was it was a little bit of a
Junk.
snooze fest, and that was because of the tire. It truly was. I think. Oh yeah, because I mean the soft tire lasted all of about a lap and a half. The medium tire lasted about 5 laps, and the hard tire could run forever, and like it didn't matter. So I think that
So should they
um,
have just had a soft and a medium?
well, I just think that the tires that they brought really didn't dictate well to to the high wear that they were getting. I mean, I think they should have been on like I don't know, was it 1, 2, and 3 and 4 now or 5 or how they got
I
like
thought they
5?
were on the 3 softest.
They were. So
Okay.
that's like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but you already said the hard tire they could run the whole race on.
Yeah, but if they would have made that the 2 and then they had the other hard, I think it probably would have been better.
Why? Because then they could have just run a tire that would totally run the whole race and there would never be any drama.
Well, they have to do switch tires at some point.
I know, but like, I guess, I guess the challenge is. So you think the third tire should have been even harder?
Yes.
Oh,
They should have
okay.
been 2, 3, 4 instead of 1, 2, 3.
I think it should have been 1, 2, 4.
Oh, yeah.
Because then when you put the hard one on, maybe it's too fucking hard and your shit's slow.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. I think if they would have made it the other way around, where the medium, where the 3 was the medium,
Hmm.
but I think the race, as far as being a little bit dull, was just more so of the tire. I mean, they had that early look caution. Everyone got off the medium, went to hards, and they just rode it out,
I think
right?
the real thing, and I heard this coming out of the guys on, I think on the P1 podcast.
Okay.
The reality is, ever since they raised the side skirt 15 mil, you don't have porpoising, but then you also don't have cars that can follow anyone unless your car's a Red Bull. And so ultimately, there's less passing now in 23 in the first few races than there were in 22 when the cars were lower, they were harder, they porpoised around, they had more fucking grip then. So I'd recommend checking them out. P1 with Matt and Tommy. They're pretty good.
I found that new YouTube channel, the one that you sent about why Red Bull's so fast. I think it's called Race or whatever.
Yeah, the race. That's been going on for a while, the race.
I like some of the stuff that they put out.
Yeah. And they were talking about like how the Red Bull has a lot of anti-dive and a lot of anti-squat. And makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Often my cars have a lot of anti-dive and they often have a lot of anti-squat. But right now, my cars have none of those things, which makes me think my setup is still garbage. So I don't know. I got to work on that.
Yeah, but you're the only person who runs that shit.
I think a lot of people run anti-dive. I think less people run anti-squat.
Right. No, I can see that.
And the reason I think anti-squat is good, like
we don't run dive. We don't run anti-dive.
No, you run anti-dive.
No, we run dive.
Otherwise, it would be called pro dive. That's how an off-road buggy is. Pro dive.
Well, we do. We all run pro dive.
No, you don't. You run anti-dive.
The front roll center is always usually lower than the front rear roll center.
Uh-huh.
That's pro dive.
No, it's not.
That's anti-dive?
That's anti-dive, my friend.
No. I think no. Anti-dive is when the front rear roll center is lower than the front roll center.
Let's go look at some pictures because they're fun. Let's find some pictures.
All right. While you're finding pictures, did you watch Spa in the WEC?
No, I didn't watch that.
6 hours. It was pretty.
Was it any good?
Yeah. I'm sure you can guess who won, and the first two guesses don't count.
So Spa was one, and I didn't follow this at all.
6 hours.
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many hours at all. WEC was probably run by who's been dominating. It's probably Toyota.
They finished first. Ferrari was second.
Okay.
But it was a really interesting race because at the beginning, some of the guys were on inters and some of the guys were just on slicks.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cold, and they weren't allowed to use their blankets.
Okay.
Either. So one of the Ferraris came out of the pits
and spun the fuck out.
Just spun the fuck out and hit the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the Toyotas actually did that in qualifying on the day before. But Cadillac was running second for a while, and then had a problem through Eau Rouge, and fucking gloriously fucking hit the wall. It was pretty spectacular.
But Eau Rouge is at the bottom. It's usually like at Massenet they fucking hit
Radion
that they hit at the top.
Yeah, no, it was Eau Rouge. They said there was some they could have been power steering failure, or he hit the curb. It's kind of hard to tell. But anyway, spectacular crash. Unfortunately, he did walk away perfectly unscathed, but it was pretty crazy. But he was running. The Cadillac was running second. They actually brought the second Cadillac over, and it didn't run really well. But Peugeot finished, so they're like, give them the big pats on the back. We finished.
Viva la France!
They were slow as fuck, but they finished.
Yeah.
And then, but Ferrari was really close, and then Porsche was there, and then Jota came with their. They bought a factory Porsche.
Okay.
So Joda showed up with, so Porsche is now selling hypercars, right?
Yeah.
And so like you can just go buy one, and they showed up, like they got the car like literally like a few days before the race and showed up and ran. Cadillac made mention that, look, the part supply for them is getting closer to complete, so they're looking forward to selling cars as well. So like, you know, dudes can just start rocking up with hypercars teams and start racing. I think that'd be good for, you know,
Yeah.
the WEC and everything
Yeah,
like
to
that too.
have customer cars is always
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So
All right, so this is the best picture I could find. Like, it's not even that good. Open picture. Oh, what the fuck? I downloaded the picture. All right.
see, I can just pull out my Huddy setup manual here.
Yeah, bro. Well, I'm telling you, you're talking about it the wrong way. So when the thing goes down in the front, it's called anti-dive. All right. And then in the back, when it's like the mirror image of it, that's called anti-squat. So
Look this shit up.
Someone didn't study so well.
Man, like I know what this stuff does.
But that's what going to the track is supposed to do. You go to the track, you change. While you're changing bodies, other people are changing suspension arms.
Yeah, I'm looking for bullets, kid.
Bullets?
Yeah, silver bullets.
Silver bullet. You're looking for fucking hopes and dreams, kid. Hopes and dreams. Yeah, I got no good pictures of this, but like I know what I'm talking about. It's correct.
I don't think you do.
Okay, whatever, kid. We can create a poll. Who was right, FJ or Mangler?
Whatever.
The third option could be we're all wrong because we watched these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Hour and 14 minutes to figure out there was a poll.
Yeah, anti-dive in the front, anti-squat in the rear. Anti-dive front arms low. No anti-dive. Positive anti-dive front arms angled backwards. So they were running positive anti-dive.
No, they weren't.
On the Red Bull.
No, they weren't.
Dude.
They weren't. They were running anti-dive.
They're running positive anti-dive front arms angled back.
That's called
less weight transfer to the front, which allowed their tires couldn't warm up.
Okay, so hold on.
Chassis compresses.
Hold on.
Car works better on smooth tracks.
So let's pretend that this is an arm, and here, this is the front of the car.
Yeah.
So you're trying to say that it goes like this?
Nope.
It's saying it goes like that?
The Red Bull goes like that.
So that's called, I wouldn't call it positive anti-dive. I would call that like kick up, or it's like pro dive.
Well, according to the fucking Huddies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's positive anti-dive. Yeah.
Like pro dive should make the car's suspension collapse. Like get softer.
So essentially the Red Bull is doing this. If this is the front of the car and this is the rear of the car.
I don't think it is. I think it's doing the opposite of what you're saying.
I think you need to.
I think we should watch this fucking video and let's figure out what's what.
No, you're right. And the rear is going like this.
But I think the front's also, I think it's like this on both sides.
No, I think it's like that. I don't know. Fuck it. Who gives a shit? I don't care.
You care. Don't lie.
Anyway.
All right. So let's see.
This is not good for podcasting.
Oh, it's great podcasting. We're fucking bickering like a bunch of women. It's fucking awesome. You're like women don't want to be wrapped up in whatever this is.
Yeah, you never know. But in any case,
and remains
so
efficient given its great straight line speed, both with and without DRS.
I'll tell you when it gets there.
All right. I mean, I know exactly when it gets there. Like they're saying that the car goes between the 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Adrian Newey, fucking genius.
He looks like a fucking just a terrible stoner. He just he looks like he should be homeless. That's my view.
All right. It's not
No
side
one-
pods.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck about that.
And now push rod, pull rod.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
See? Back. Bitch, you just fucking fast forwarded it.
Yeah?
That was it. Right there. See, look. Stop. Pause.
No, but okay.
Pause.
Hold on. Yeah. How you're getting confused, my friend. Okay? And we can use an Awesomatics to demonstrate this for you. Because they're talking about the upper link, bitch. And so if you take the upper link and you go like this, that's the mirror image that. It's the same as the bottom link or the bottom arm going like that. I'm telling you, it's anti-dive. Now, you can induce anti-dive in the Awesomatics. Here's the front. You can fucking put the links like this. You get anti-dive. Just like at the back of the car, this is, if you put your fucking lower arm like this, you get anti-squat. You can take your arms at the top and also get anti-squat by going like this. It resists the compression. You don't believe it.
I don't know. I'm confused now.
I know you're
Is to be
confused.
noted. What Red Bull has been able to do is employ extreme anti-dive and anti-squat configurations.
Oh,
to give it a
shit!
key aerodynamic
Anti-dive
advantage
and
by holding its mechanical
anti-squat!
platform in a
Yes!
precise-
Yeah,
That's
but
what I said.
no, you said pro.
That's what the hoodie said.
No, bro. You never even had your car. All right, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, they use anti-dive and anti-squat.
Yeah.
But when they describe the upper arm,
Not the
You do
arms
the-
leaning back.
yeah, but you do the inverse of that above the car, and so
So you're saying that the bottom arms are forward and the top arms are back?
yes,
Okay. I was just talking about the top links. I wasn't talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the bottom.
the top links are the opposite direction. Just like, hey, when you raise your roll center or lower the roll center, it's the opposite.
See, this is one thing I never got on this car. Like
It's not this car; it's all cars.
I don't know.
So let's go.
Roll center is fucking black magic.
No, it's not. Oh my
Yes, it is.
god.
Like it doesn't
Bro.
matter.
All right. No, it
Like,
does matter. This is
It does,
super
and I don't get
important.
it. That's why I changed bodies.
Mangler, I'm telling you, bro. The only thing I'll say is you should try this one day, and you'll feel the difference. Now,
Okay.
the thing is, you got to think about these things, unfortunately, in two dimensions, though, because there's roll center, and then there's also camber gain, and so camber gain can fuck with you massively, especially on asphalt where you're fucking really grip limited. But because generically on the uppers, all right, only on the uppers, if you take the links and you go lower on the uppers, what does that do? Does that increase or decrease the roll center?
It decreases the roll center.
If I go down, you're correct.
On the upper links.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Are you really correct?
I don't know. You tell me.
So on the bottom arm,
I never get it right.
I know, that's what I'm getting at. On the bottom arm, let's start on the bottom arm. All right, on the bottom arm, if you put less shims, what happens?
You're lowering the roll center.
Correct. On the upper arm, less shims, inner upper, less shims, what happens?
You're lowering the roll center.
Wrong. You're raising the roll center.
So that's fucked up.
No, it's not. Because it's happening above the roll center, not below the roll center.
So
Because it's really just a bunch of lines connecting. So if you just do a little geometry, you can figure it out.
I'm gonna try another body.
Try another body. Yeah. So anyway, Mangler, basically, if on your front arm at the bottom, you were to go like this, you will induce anti-dive. And what that will do is it will restrict the car's suspension from compressing as fast. If I take the mirror image of that and I do that on the top, so you make your links like this, now you have anti-dive.
And what does that do?
The same thing, restricts the compression of the front.
Okay.
You're cute. You're cute at this age. Anyway, yeah, try another body. Yeah, chew your gum. All right. Anyway,
I mean, like all that. I don't know.
we know you don't know. I get that.
Yeah, I've never understood it.
Yeah. Well, I basically work from the bottom, and then all you do once you get above that axle, you just inverse whatever you would do. You do the opposite. So if you wanted, so if we're doing anti-dive and we're putting it in this way, so if you just flip it,
Okay.
like if I could
Why don't
take
we ever run anti-dive in the top?
you can.
Why don't we?
I don't know. You totally can. You want to try it really fast? Throw like 3 mils of shim here and reset your caster and run. And that's the best way to test things. Like changing everything on the bottom of the car is a giant fucking like pain in the dick.
Yeah.
So
that's why I never fuck with it.
Yeah. Well, but that's the kind of the point. Like we play around with the, like how this car is set up right now. My upper links are very low.
Yeah.
So that means I'm raising my roll center. And like it's at the moment it's working. So I could probably raise my roll center the old fashioned way by moving the arm or up.
Right.
But it's been easier to do this because then there's another factor here because I'm also inducing more camber gain.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, I get that part.
But yeah, roll center on the top works the inverse. That's all. Anyway.
I guess you just have to look at it as the car's upside down. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Yep, that totally works, Mangler.
Yeah.
Totally works. I can't wrap my head around that, but that totally works. So yes, like if I trim this body mount, I can run the car upside down because it's so low profile.
Yeah.
Have you ever run your automatics upside down?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, yep. Mm-hmm. And then you just need more droop so you can get up or down travel. No, just kidding. So, but yeah, you're funny. You're a pisser.
But that's the easiest way. You just got to think of the car upside down.
Yeah, I think about it saying just a mirror image, but yeah, upside down, sure, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would think that if say you had the lower front roll center lower than the front rear roll center, that is dive, because the angle is diving. It's anti-dive.
No. Yeah, it's anti-dive.
Why would it be anti?
Because it actually resists the action of diving. If you want to,
it would think it would increase because it's already that way.
No, if you want to induce more dive, then you would run it. You'd run it this way.
Right.
And now, to follow your logic, I could flip the car over, and I could make my lower or my upper links now also look this way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't make sense. I can't because I flipped this, but I have to flip this too. So that makes sense now.
Yeah, you would have to run it towards where the front is lower than the rear.
Yes.
The
So
front upper.
I'm gonna keep my way and thinking about it as a mirror image. You do your flip it and reverse it, and then it'll be good. So
Yeah. It's a fucking black art. You gotta admit that.
no, it isn't, because all you got to do is you run some laps, you change some things, and you feel the difference. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, it also depends on tire. It depends on grip level.
Not at
Like,
all.
yes, it
Disagree.
does.
100% no.
Why? How's that?
The changes will all do the same thing.
No.
No. The problem is the variables of like the tire, how the tire's constructed, the insert, the air gap, the stiffness, the rubber, compound, how that like slides, the shearing force. That's the thing I don't understand. All right. I can't look at this and look at the tarmac and know what's going on. You can, if you're real fancy, you can pull out a temp gun. You could temp your tire here, here, and here, like on a real race car, and you can start figuring out, like, is it too hot here? Is it too hot here? Like, if it's too hot here, you have too much camber. So you flatten the tire out. But like you can often see nice wear marks on tires, or you start seeing the inserts on the center,
Yeah.
or not the center, on the shoulder, and that makes me think, hey, you got too much camber. So
Oh, it's either that or whatever.
with your whatever, you've been broken. We broke you with roll centers.
I just kind of, yeah.
Uh-oh. Someone's at the door.
UPS?
I don't know. Here. Do
Vamp?
something. Yeah,
Oh,
Vamp.
geez.
I'll be back.
All right. Yeah. Fuck roll center. So anyway. Oh, look at my shit show of a mess. What is that? Oh, never mind. That's the tape. Anyway. I got nothing. Anyone got questions? How about some questions? Do you want to talk about roll centers? We can get some questions and talk about roll centers, because I'm sure that everyone will love that. If you're not bored already, but anyone who's going or thinking about going to the Pave Nats, new tire has been announced this week. It's going to be the sweep tire. So I want to thank a lot of people in South Florida for making that happen. Hopefully that will definitely improve the race or improve the racing. We'll definitely see for sure this weekend. Hopefully the tires will show up. But if you're thinking about coming down, it's Memorial Day weekend, 26th through 28th or something like that. So yeah, come on down. It should be a good time.
What's happening?
Fun have I all. Who was there?
The cleaning lady showed up.
Oh, okay. Must be doing very well.
Yeah.
We were talking about the pave nats, and if you're on the fence, come on out, have a good time. You come fuck with roll centers. I don't know. It's just like, I just think that there's so many factors that you just don't like. Here, change it and does something.
How about this, Mangler? Either this year or maybe next year, I think we should take the invisible speed course, where they talk about all these things.
Yeah, but they're talking about 8-scale buggies.
They're talking about things with 4-wheel independent suspensions.
Okay.
We might need to get you an 8-scale buggy by then to actually test some of the stuff that they do, but it's really the same fucking thing. It's just, I think where things go wrong sometimes is like the slip characteristics of the tires, and people, they think I should do this, and the reality is that doesn't work. So,
yeah,
but whatever.
Yeah,
I'm feeling the whole I don't know right now. But
so like, I know there's people out there that are like, yeah, I just lowered my roll center and I like picked up 7 seconds. It's like, you know what I mean? And it's like, not per lap, but like overall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could move my roll center 4 millimeters. I wouldn't feel a goddamn thing different.
Oh, that's not true, bro. I really almost hope you would try. When was the last time you ran your car?
Oh, I went that one day at Heroes,
Okay, when was the last time you ran your car to real track?
Coral Springs.
Okay. And do you kind of remember what your car did or didn't do?
Yes,
What did it not do?
it didn't turn, and
Okay.
it didn't have a lot of rear grip.
Okay. So,
It didn't have a lot of grip overall.
Mhm.
But that
based
was the
upon,
But we all know it's the tires in the track.
yeah, but hold on. I don't
Alright.
think it's just the tires in the track.
Okay.
And so I actually think your first battery at Coral Springs should be with those old tires and the new setup kung fu that we've been talking about.
Right. Which it is for the most part.
We'll see what for the most part means, but you should write a setup down before you go, and then we should have Sam review it, and then you should run your car.
Okay.
So, because I think you should run the old tires and realize, does any of this make a difference or not? So it might feel counterproductive to you. I get it.
No, I mean I probably will run the old tires anyway just to get around the track. Just to make
So,
sure that everything is doing things that it's supposed to do.
Mhm.
So
because previously the super high roll center stuff, it never got into the corner. And then you had so much fucking angle at the wheel that it then did dumb shit on exits. And so yeah, that's that's at
I
least
mean
my
I
feeling.
have come down on roll center, right?
Okay.
And I guess from playing around with the car before, like if the roll centers were a little higher, especially in the rear, it seemed to give it more side bite.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know, with this new dampener and everything, it's it sounds like we have to go down. We have to
I
run
don't
lower.
I don't think it's the dampener. I think it's I think the whole car's center of gravity is lower.
Yeah.
And as such, like, we need to make the car roll more.
Okay.
That's my take on it.
Right.
Even though, like, we're using the same drive line, we're using the same motor mount, we're using the same steering bell crank. The thing is, the bulkheads at the front are different. The bulkheads at the back are different. The dampeners themselves are more low profile. The Jesus shape is different. So all those things I think are inducing, and also these arms are a totally different profile and length than the old ones. Like, I think that's what's inducing the difference.
Could be.
That's my take. But I don't know. I gotta say, dude, like yesterday with the lap counter up and the nice sunny day, it was awesome. So much fun. Even if your car doesn't handle well initially, still super fun. And other than me like talking to other people today and trying to mind fuck myself about other things, I still feel very confident going into California.
Okay.
So especially
Well,
on the
good.
fact that I know I'm going to be running a grippier tire than I've been running. So, and the track's going to have spray. It's going to be a totally different beast than what I've been running on.
Right.
So it should be good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it too. I feel I'm gonna have a grippier tire. The track should have spray. Maybe we'll see who shows up and when they show up. It's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, but yeah, and we'll see. And I got a new body to try.
At this moment, I almost want to just take one body to this race, just to prove a point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Do that.
But I'm gonna go for my opportunities. Like, I think right now the snake in the grass is this Red Hawk for me. We'll see what that does.
Okay.
So I hear good things about it. It's like a better Wolverine.
I ran one. I didn't think it was that great.
No?
I mean, it just kind of It was very comfortable and easy to drive, but like it just pushed too much. But I had a pushy car anyway, so like
Mhm.
it didn't really.
That was the car, dude. It didn't matter what you did. Like I ran similar to what you guys were running. I wasn't even as high, and I changed all the different shock spring configurations. The fucking car never turned,
Yeah.
and it was because the goddamn arm was too high, and there was
So
nothing I could do to change that.
what do you think is the optimal roll center for the lower front?
Right now, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Like I would say if you guys were running those rock hard tires, I don't think you could run higher than 2 mil right now.
Right.
All right. My car right now, up down, is 175 on the bottom.
I saw that.
The only thing I'm thinking about doing is going to 225 at the rear on the lower. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I'm thinking about doing. But the first thing I can do, I have 1 mil of shim back here. I can take the 1 mil out. All right. And I could say, hey, did that help? And if it did help, I can raise it. But, that's the only thing. And before I raised roll centers, because I was running a longer wheelbase because I was just trying to be stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
But I basically went back to like the wheelbase we used to run and kind of the same, kind of type of gain that we used to run.
Yeah.
I still think this -4 with the 1 mil. I don't know if you can get much better than that right now. So if
Right.
I'm lacking rear grip, I will raise my rear roll center. That will be the first thing I do. But I actually hope my car has so much grip that I'm tearing grip out of it. So, and I
That'd
know
be
how to
nice.
do that. Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah. I think it would be very simple to do. And you know how I'm going to tear grip out of it, Mangler?
Gonna lower your roll center.
But you know how I'm going to do it?
You're gonna raise the rear links.
Or I'm going to raise either end that needs less. I'm going to play with camber first, and then I'll do roll center. Because at the moment, I think my car is I think it has too much front steering. And so, and not enough rear grip at the moment. But I'm hoping I show up to a track that has more grip and that plays out okay.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, I have too much front, not enough rear. And how I'm getting around that is by turning less, which isn't always ideal. I get a little excited sometimes.
And you shoot yourself off into the Tules at Valkyra, and
Well, that's when you're on like a 5th place run or something.
yeah.
That's the only time I do that.
So anyway, all right.
When I'm on a fucking go faster.
What?
So, but yeah, I don't know. I have a good feeling. What front bumper are you running?
Just a kit.
Oh, okay. All right. I've tried to lock in on running Fabio's bumper.
Yeah.
I
got one actually right here in my hand.
I tried the
It's too much weight.
One Up was selling a bumper called the like Alexa or something like that, and
Yeah.
it was thicker, about the same weight, thicker, but it wasn't as long. And so I like, and maybe my bodies aren't forward enough right now, but like I didn't need to put a lot of body foam in the car, and so I kind of like that. But I also think I just need to make my bodies more forward, maybe. So that's the other thing.
So
I'm
yeah, I
right
went
now.
through and I had this on and I was trying to balance the car to where I think it should be, and this proved too much.
Okay.
So right now I have the car 50-50 with the body on,
Okay.
and
Yeah, my cars are still a little front heavy, or at least
yeah.
my mod car is. I don't know what my stock car is. I didn't put it on scales. The
I
scales
don't
are
think
behind me.
I don't think I've ever liked. I don't know. I've really been a big fan of the heavier front.
I don't know.
But,
At times, the heavier front is usually pretty gangster. But
yeah, but I'm also contemplating that. Look, I want to have tires that have shit tons of grip now.
Yep.
So on a track that's gonna have shit tons of grip. So
at least have some grip.
yeah, I mean,
So
I think if we just had these tires on the shit grip we had before, would be like
Mhm.
night and day difference. So
Yep.
no, I'm looking forward to it. I think, like I said, in the words of Daniel Ricciardo, I'll fuck some shit up,
Okay.
and then I could be done too.
Could this race go so bad that you don't go to Asphalt Nats? But what
No, I
do you
probably go. I just might be running 21.5.
Oh, you wouldn't just run like USGT and GT12?
No, I probably run USGT and 21.5. Like,
Really? No
yeah,
way.
yeah.
No way.
Fuck life. Just go out there and have fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. This also may not be a bad idea. You'll build up some confidence, understand some roll
I know. I'm
centers.
still gonna get my ass handed to me.
What do you mean?
I'm washed up, dude. I'm over. I'm like, yeah.
No. It's only in your mind.
Well, when I've been getting beat down the last year, like I have been,
Yeah. Well,
sometimes you gotta come to face reality.
hopefully grippier tires make you get less beat down. All right.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because the last time I had grippy tires was the CTS race at Valkyria in 2019,
Mhm. And what
and
happened?
TQ 117.5
Mhm.
was, I think I qualified second or third, I think, in mod. And
Yeah.
so like, I was only like 2 seconds behind Mike G in qualifying.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I've literally, like, I think I told you this. Like, I went back and looked at, like, at Valkyria, for example,
Mhm.
and looked at like the times I ran, and then also looked at like times other people have run, and I am literally running the exact same times, if not slower, than everyone else has gotten faster. So like I did a fucking breakdown spreadsheet of this thing, right?
No, you did
And like,
not.
oh yeah, and
Can you
like
bring that next time?
no, and so like it really came down to like everyone else was going faster, and I was pretty much the same speed, if not slower. And I'm like, how?
They must be cheating.
No, it's just it has to be me, obviously, right? But like, why? And so, maybe I need the MMX back conversion, the MMXC. I
I
need
got
that.
one in the closet.
That because I was fast with that.
Uh-huh.
Whatever they changed the bulkhead, maybe that's what it was. Because didn't they change the bulkhead? Is the big difference?
And the top deck.
I need that shit back, kid.
Got one in the closet.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's what you need. But I think grippier tires will make it suck less. Let's put it that way.
I remember I had grippy tires, those CTS tires, whatever they were, the Lexus tires or whatever they were. Those things were pretty good.
I think much like the these express tires, they probably had quality issues over
I mean, I
over a
never heard.
period of time.
Have we even heard of them again?
Nope.
Nope. Who
Nope.
made them?
I don't know. Unicorn rear motor cars apparently won something.
I don't know. I won 17.5.
What did Dave win mod?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm still waiting on my
Maybe.
check. I'm just saying.
Check from who?
You bitch.
For CTS?
Yes.
No.
It's a national event.
Okay.
I mean,
Anyway.
Lex from California was there. Mike G was there.
Yep. That's like a 180 club race. That's what I heard.
So anyway.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Yeah. Look at this. I ended up beating G with old tech. Yeah. It can happen.
I think that car was aluminum too.
No, that's fucking bananas.
Yeah. He had this unicorn, man. Like there was no. Yeah,
At the last Tamir race, I had an aluminum car that I ran at that race. I'm pretty sure it was aluminum. I sold it to Dawson literally at that race.
yeah,
I was done with it. I went like, he was like, I want that car. I was like, here you go. I think I took the transponder. I was like, here you go. Enjoy.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he says flex aluminum. When I had that car, I ran an aluminum car outdoors and it was good. I had VTD top deck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I might have had that shit too. I definitely had my front upper arms like this. They had crazy lean in them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I never had a setup sheet because literally the car never came home. So I don't know. But I did some shit. But I still got my ass whipped by Max Meschler
Yeah.
that year. So it's okay.
Anyway, I don't know. I am motivated a little bit right now. Hopefully things go well, and I'm competitive.
I hope so.
I mean, I don't. If I can run, if I'm within 5 to 7 seconds, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
I'm no way I'm like going to be like a second and a half off Sam, right? But
hey, I would have hopes and dreams, bro.
yeah,
No.
hopes and dreams would be 3 to 4.
Okay.
Good would be 5 to 7.
The bare minimum is you got to beat the super stock TQ.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that
Okay.
now.
All right. Whoa, easy.
Yeah, eat a dick. Don't get thing. I'm not that savage.
All right. Well, I'm just trying to lay the minimum. That's the minimum.
But yeah. But yeah, no, if it is a shit weekend, I will be changing my entries.
I can't wait to hear what happens next week. Next week's show is going to be rich and compelling.
I mean, East and West Coast Nationals essentially happening.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have this weekend alone. We'll have probably 8/10 of the mod field will be there.
Every mod on-road driver in the country will be in 2 spots, minus Rick Howard if he doesn't show up. All right. So if for some reason those 2 spots implode because of a lipo fire, there are no more U.S. mod touring car drivers in the country.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
there'll just be Chris Adams and Mike G left.
Oh, they're not going? Okay.
No, they're not going.
Yeah. Then they got it all just they'll have the mop out. They'll just be like, yep, thanks guys. Appreciate it. Mopping it up.
So
yeah, that's funny. I like that.
Yeah.
But other trick Mangler, and I don't know if this is really recommended. Might be hard to see, but you see that right there? You see this like screw holes?
Yeah.
That don't have screws in them?
Yeah. What's that do?
I don't know. It makes that shit flexy. Just don't fucking hit anything really hard.
Yeah, Max said don't do that.
Okay.
Did you cut your brace?
No, it's not even attached.
Yeah.
If it's not attached, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit, bro.
All right.
Like there's no brace to cut. It ain't touch.
Yeah, I get it.
So, I don't know. Like literally the only crashes I've had so far are wet tires, the car backing itself into the pipe,
right?
And I've crinkled the body. That's it. I haven't, knock on wood, I have not broken one of these motherfuckers yet.
You're breaking 2 this weekend.
I think I'll probably break them every round.
So
yeah.
All right, we gotta go.
But I also, just in case, I got my get a jail free card right here.
There you go, kid.
So
hopefully you don't need it.
Hopefully I don't need it, and hopefully I remember to bring it, because right now it's sitting on a pile of paper towels. So
you'll see it.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But all right. So Mangler,
yes,
you have fun. I'll be at the track on Friday. You'll be at the track on Friday.
Oh shit!
What do we need to do?
Get some shorts going, I guess.
Take some videos. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Now, do you have a flip phone or do you have an actual like
I have an iPhone.
digital? You have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Does the iPhone have a camera on it?
Should.
Okay. Have you used it?
Not really.
Okay. Do you have like one that has memory in it or it doesn't have memory? Like,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah. I got
Okay.
gigs.
You got the gigabits?
Yeah, I got the gigabits.
All right, kid. Well, I want to see some gigabits. All right.
All right.
Out of you. All
All
right.
right.
And you don't have to have anyone take video of your car. We want to see, live
Fast
action
people.
on the track,
All right. Sam. I'll
So-
get some pictures of Sam.
Yeah, that would be great. He'll love that.
Sam
Maybe
X,
some
yeah.
some Sam and some Felix, maybe some Vera. Vera would love that.
Oh yeah.
You could do a whole like documentary on Dave Vera, the man, the myth, and the legend.
Yeah.
And I bet he would love that, especially
sure he
because he had his video camera on you last time, and we made some epic videos. All right,
Yes.
you could like flip the script on him, walk around like you're fucking, doing inside Hollywood sort of thing.
Okay. I gotta go. I gotta piss.
All right, very good. It'd be great if we just saw the urine running down your leg. That would be amazing. All right.
All right.
Well, it's very sunny here, and
Yes.
thank you to the 4 viewers who are still watching.
We've bored you to death.
Please like and subscribe, and maybe next week we'll talk about roll centers and what they mean to each of us.
All right.
All right.
All right. Bye.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.